Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is Elsa 932 on YouTube. We are here for another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Episode 9, I believe. Okay. Episode 9. Please make sure you come in, you get comfy. We got a lot to talk about. Members who were there, we were able to see the show together. We had a live watch at our hangout spot. Okay. So if you are a member, please look out for those posts. And look out for the link for you to just hop on in the room and watch it with us. We watch it at 8:30 on Fridays, okay? And we have a good old time in the bushes. Now, the members who were there, you can self-report. I did not take attendance, and I'm not letting anyone know the attendance, okay? I'm not going to let it be known that you were in the room. So let me show you. So this is the beginning of the episode. Remember, over here, Mia Starr over here. Mia Starr was sent home last week. Okay, all the queens that you see, the checkered flag, that means their time in the drag race is over. Okay, every queen you see with a checkered flag, that means their time was over. And last week was Mia Starr right there. Okay. So I will reveal the update after we're done. And hey, Sam, good to see you. Hey, Cheryl. And y'all, Sam is self-reporting. Sam was there last night. She had a blast. Okay. Why we had a blast? Because it was the Rusical. And before we got to the Rusical, we played a game. Before the Rusical of Fanny, okay, you know, a derivative of Annie, we had a game. Now, it's Grinder. I hardly know her was the name of the game. Now, each time your vote matches the other ladies, the majority of the ladies, you get a point. Okay, so let's go over the questions. They were quite interesting. Quite eye-opening. Okay, Grinder, I hardly know her. Cheryl is also self-reporting. Cheryl was there in attendance, but she's self-reporting. I'm not reporting her, okay? Now, which queen was most likely to lie and say she was averse? Now, all the queens picked Athena, okay? The queens picked Athena as the one said averse. Now, what would you say is averse? Because, you know, many of us don't have Grindr accounts, okay? Many of us don't have Grindr accounts, so we don't know what a verse is. Hate to go to Africa. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Many people don't know what a verse is. Okay. And a verse is someone that can go either way, top or bottom. Okay. So you may say you are a verse. You're versatile. Okay. This is for those who don't know the lingo, those who don't know the Grindr lingo. Okay. Versus like you are versatile. Either way, top or bottom, don't matter. Okay. That's what it means. That's what it means. The most of them voted Athena. Next up is who's most likely to hook up while they're in drag. Again, the majority of the queens said Athena. I see Athena's name is ringing out already twice. Next up, they said most likely to lie about their age on Grindr. It was a unanimous decision, Athena. I said Athena's name is coming up too much. This is rigged. Can we have someone check? This has been rigged. Not only was it unanimous, Juicy was real juicy and spicy. Said, yeah, to this day, it still says she's 30. Oh my. This is your house mother, okay? Grandmother, if we're going to be specific. Juicy, you letting everybody know that 30 is the incorrect age? Okay, Juicy. Now, who has the lowest body count? Was the next question. And it was Darlene Mitchell, majority of the people said. And Ruth said, do we have the good Lord to thank for that? She's like, yes, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now, next up was who's most likely to have mask on mask in her profile. Now we need an education. Okay. Now, usually this is the Better Ask Gail Sid segment. I told you about the verse part, but mask on mask means masculine for masculine. That's what the mask on mask means. Now, y'all, I have had to go digging around to get this correct information. Okay. Okay. I had to go dig in on the tickety talk, on the Googles. I did not create a Grindr profile, but it is mask on mask profile. It's masculine on masculine. It's a term used primarily by queer men and occasionally within the lesbian butch communities on dating apps to describe a preference for partners who are both masculine presenting. It signifies a desire for a relationship where both partners display or identify with traditional masculine traits, such as in some contexts, the behavior, the deep voice, and particular interests. That is what they meant. Who is most likely to have mask on mask in her profile? And they said Nini Coco. They said Nini Coco. Okay? That's who they said would have it, is Nini Coco. I don't know how I believe it, but that's majority of the people. Okay? Okay? At least we learned something today. Who's most likely to be on Grindr at a funeral? Kenya Pleaser got that vote. And she says rich folks be at funerals. Rich folks be at funerals. Okay, Kenya. Kenya, I'm sorry to be insensitive, but she's looking for that insurance money. To Go to Africa says, I'm not an expert, but you could have asked me. Oh, hey, I needed some place where I can go and give the reference, the citation. Okay, because I may be wrong. Okay, I may be wrong. So I wanted to go and get, cite my sources. Now, the final question is worth 5 points. Who's most likely to disappear off the grid? Meaning, who's most likely to go home the next episode? Who's most likely to go home the next episode or this episode? And Can You Please Her was the majority. And she voted for herself. She said, I know how they were going to vote, so I voted for the points. I'm playing the game. Can You Please Her? I understand. Thank you for pleasing me with that. Can You Please Her was like, I'm playing the game. They want to vote for me. I'm a vote for me too. Okay. Okay. She says, I knew how they were going to vote, but that is not going to happen in the name of Jesus Christ. But I had to play the game. I was like, I wish I could have clipped that entire section, but I don't want, Mama Rue to come and snatch this video. Okay. Now, the musical they did was Fanny the Hard Knock Ball. Okay. The cast roles were, I wish I had let me put up their photos. Let me put up their photos so you can remember who the cast were. Those who do not have a checkered flag, they are a cast member. So Fanny, the title character, was Myki Meeks. Okay. Nini Coco tried to fight her for it. Nini Coco is like, well, I just won the snatch game. I could just snatch this role. And they were like, let's audition. And Myki's like, oh, you want it? Go have it. But Nini Coco didn't realize how much singing and how much acting. And Myki Meeks is from a theater background. Next up is Big Pepper is Nini Coco. Grace Gutierrez was Can You Please Her? Lil Salty was Discord Adams. Cecile Cartier was Juicy Love Dion. Brandy was Darlene Mitchell. Brandy is the puppy. Okay. Mama Big Bucks is Athena Dion. And Miss Shenanigans was Jane Don't. Okay. I got the title of everybody that was there. I just want y'all to know what parts they were playing. It was very well done. I did enjoy it. Sometimes the musical doesn't hold my attention, but this time it did. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the music, the dancing. This one was enjoyable, but I was quick to tell you who faded in the background. And they were the bottom two. Let the members who were there last night tell you, I clocked it. I said, oh no, now we're having these two going up against each other. Okay. So the runway, we're going to get straight to the runway, is beige against the machine. Everything has got to be beige. Okay. Everything is beige. So instead of rage against the machine, it is beige against the machine. So we will have them. I will present them as they came down the runway. Okay. Myki Meeks is the first one. Yes, I clocked it. I was like, uh, uh. So Myki Meeks, and y'all around here, we put scores for the fashion from 0 to 10. Please put your scores for Myki Meeks while I tell you what the judges thought. The judges says, love the look, looks like an expensive car interior, and they were blown away by her butt when she was, doing the show. Okay. I see 10. I see 9 and 8. Y'all just going down. Y'all just going down. Okay, that is Myki Meeks, y'all. Okay. Next up is Darlene Mitchell. Okay. Now, Darlene was deemed safe, so I don't have anything. From the judges for Darlene. So I really don't have anything other than Darlene was deemed as safe and she played the puppy. Okay. So Darlene Mitchell, please put the scores. I see To Go to Africa was 8. Sam is at 8. We're waiting on Cheryl's score. 7.5. Cheryl said, I ain't giving it. No. We ain't going 8. We're going to bring it down a bit. Calm your heels. Okay. 7.5. That is Darlene Mitchell. And the thing about this was, y'all, this was almost looking flat like a pancake in the sideways. Okay. But she held the beige. It was multiple beige print. It was tweed kind of. Okay. So that was Darlene Mitchell. Okay. Next up. Okay. Can you please her? Can you please her? The judges said, beautiful. Here is gorgeous. Love the red lip and makeup. The lip sync was an issue when dancing because she's trying to remember the choreography, but her character was marvelous. Kenya, I was with the queens. You need to go home. I started off the episode saying, Kenya gots to go. I started off the episode, Kenya has got to go. So I see 8, I see 10, and I see 8. I was like, Kenya got to go. But Kenya, can you please her? You were pleasing finally this week. Okay. Finally this week, can you please her? You were pleasing. I'm sorry. Every week I'm like, where's Vita? Every week I was like, where's Vita? Vita gone and Kenya still here? But yes, definitely this was a great look and great week for Can You Please Her. Let me take y'all comments down for a bit, okay? Because we need to see all that is Juicy Love Dion. Yep, yeah. Kenya finally held her own, finally. Juicy Love Dion, okay? Juicy, they said, was great, but was outshone in the play by Can You Please Her. Her point of view was missing, and the character basically was missing. Her outfit here is a tad too busy. Just a tad, okay? I see a 10. Please put your scores for Juicy Love Dion. I see a 10. It was a fabulous dress. Absolutely fabulous dress. And the way it moved down the runway, absolutely beautiful. Y'all are like the judges. The judges said they were splitting hairs. Everybody had a fabulous performance. And everybody looked great on the runway. So they're having a hard time this week. These are the times we love, okay? Okay, those are the times we love. So that is the scores for Juicy Love Dion. Let's move on. Next up on the runway, Athena Dion. But the judges say this is drag. This is all drag. Some moments she was overshadowed in the play. The ballroom is not her thing, but it did not show on her face. It did not show on Athena's face when she was, trying to get stuff together. Okay. So I see a 9 and I see two 7.5s. Ooh, okay. Okay. Y'all splitting hairs like the judges. Splitting hairs. It was a lot for me with Athena. It was just too much. It was too much. It was too much to look at, from the headpiece to the shoulders to the gloves to the outfit, then the train and the bow. It was just too much for me. But hey, drag sometimes is too much and sometimes it's, a little too little. And this is Discord Adams. Discord decided I am going to go in another direction. And we have Discord Adams right now. Please put your scores for Discord Adams. Discord was struggling with walking. They say you struggle with walking, Discord, so how you going to dance? But she did it. And they felt like it was a duo. Love her hair, love her outfit, and proud of her dancing. 7, 8.5, 7.5. Y'all middle of the road. Only a few tens tonight. Okay. Yeah. Thank y'all for your scores. Discord had the really short steps. And the judges are like, okay, can we go for dinner and come back by the time she's finished walking the runway? Next up, Nini Coco. Nini Coco. Now, this one I wasn't a fan of. It was like strips of khaki and jeans that were tan, and all the strips were put together, and there's a little collage of buttons in the front. It was not the best looking one for me, Nini Coco. And even the bag is like that. 7.5, 9, 7. Yeah, she was quite feisty on the runway. Those platforms were doing her adjusted. Remember, Nini Coco was also deemed as safe. So she does not have a critique from the judges. Okay. Okay. Now, Nini Coco and Discord Adams were the duo, the rap duo in the Rusical. Okay. Now, last but certainly not least is Jane Don't. Some girls do, but Jane don't. They said for Jane Don't, she looked hot. Her role in the play is iconic, and she proved it. She ripped the stage, vocals, and everything. And Michelle Visage said, I will buy a front row ticket to any show that she's got. I mean, that is high praise from Michelle Visage. Okay. To Go to Africa says 10, 8.7. Now, Cheryl, where did 0.7 come in? Number 8. Sam says 9. Yes, she was great. Now, she reminds me in this, though they were talking about, Carol Burnett, she reminds me of Carol Channing. Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Where are you, Dolly? I'm sorry. This reminds me of Hello, Dolly. And yes, I am aging myself, okay? But I know about Carol Channing, okay? I was taught that by my, entertainment. My family was in entertainment. So I know all about Carol Channing and the whole Hello, Dolly verse. This reminded me of Hello, Dolly. Okay, this is how it was. And if you have a moment, go look up Carol Channing, CHANNING, and Hello, Dolly. Okay, fabulous entertainer. Fabulous entertainer. Thank y'all for agreeing with me. This is what, and the judges agreed that this was a fabulous outfit, even though with Cheryl's 8.7, this was fabulous. So it is beige, but she went further out with beige. And so that is like a fur around the high collar and a fur around the bottom trim. Carol Channing is Undercover Black Woman. This is the last day of Black History Month. Go check and see who Carol Channing was. Okay. I had to slip that in there. It's the 28th of February. So the tops this week, according to the judges, the tops were Jane Don't and Myki Meeks. Jane Don't and Myki Meeks. Now, if you agree with the judges, please put an A in the comment section. If you agree to the tops, and if you are catching the replay, put T-A for tops agree, or TD for tops disagree. Okay, because I know sometimes folks are watching this on the replay. Okay, watching this on the replay. Cheryl is just one A. Cheryl handing out A's. So we agree that Jane Don't and Myki Meeks. Myki Meeks was the lead in the play. She was Fanny. And the judges love her Fanny. Okay? I agree. That's why I gave them 10s. 10s across the board. So the winner of the cash tip of $5,000 is Jane Don't. Some girls do, but Jane Don't. Jane Don't, this is her second win. Okay? And even though she was not the star of the Rusical, Jane Don't stole the show. She did. She really, really did. Her scenes were everything. So Jane, you can't, I need you to I need you to get out of that Jane Don't, like Jane Don't fail. That's what it is. Jane Don't fail, or Jane do a good job. I'm gonna need that name, maybe change it a little bit. Just kidding. But some girls do, but Jane Don't. She's our winner and getting the cash tip this week. Next up, the bottoms. The bottoms. I know I was going to forget this, y'all. It should have been a tie. Could have been a tie. But what was a tie was this earlier. I talked about the game. I didn't even tell y'all who won the game earlier. Oh, I was so ready to get into the runway and into the shenanigans. This was the final scores for the game. At the end of the game we talked about earlier, Discord and Kenya Please Her, they both won the game. I forgot what they split the cash prize of $2,500. They split the cash prize. So they both got a tip. Can You Please Her and Discord won the earlier game in guessing which queen. If Can You Please Her didn't vote for herself, she would have been low down and she would have missed it. Okay? That was the game. These are the results of the earlier game. So the bottoms this week. The bottoms. Athena, Dion, and Juicy Love Dion. This is grandmother and granddaughter. Oh, sorry. I needed to change this. This is grandmother and granddaughter. Grandmother and daughter. So mother versus daughter. That's why I had to change the title of this as mother versus daughter. It was correct. I'm sorry to tell y'all. It was correct. And it was a perfect song for them to go head to head. I mean, I don't know if we could say that this year is the Juicy is our lip sync assassin, but everybody that's gone up against Juicy, it's been a few. Everyone that's gone up against Juicy has gone home. They have gone home. Every single last one of them. And here's the thing, Athena. Athena was the thing. Oh, Miami takeover. We family. We're going to stick together. We're going to be together. We're going to be together almost to the end. Yet here we are. Here we are. Mia Starr went home last week. And now we have another queen from Miami heading home. Another Florida queen heading home. But please put A if you agree. These are the bottoms. And if you're on the replay, put B and A for you agreeing with the bottoms of this week. And yes, to go to Africa was difficult because neither of them were bad. They weren't bad, but they kind of blended into the background. It wasn't feisty enough. It wasn't feisty enough. It was not feisty enough to keep us entertained. Athena just sat back a little bit. Juicy did a little few things, and that was it. Didn't do much of anything. This was sad. The song was beautiful. The song was about call me when, you get there, or call me when, you're ready to talk. I'll always be there for you. It was a wonderful song because Athena didn't do much. And I don't know now, since Athena went up against Juicy, I'm like, Athena held back and let her daughter take it over. Athena, I needed to see you lip sync for your life. I needed to see Athena fight for her life because this, I was like, Athena ain't going to do much because this is her daughter and she wants her daughter to advance. She going to push. She said, but she said, this is something I wanted all my life. She's like, I'm within reach of something I've always wanted all my life. And the person standing between me and that dream is my daughter. And I said, Athena, that told me right there, you weren't going to fight. You were going to, you know what? This is my dream. I made it to the stage and now I don't have to, do too much on the stage. I was like, Athena, you done gave up. You done gave it to your girl. Gave it to your daughter. I mean, many of us parents ain't, those of you who are grandparents do sacrifice for your kids now. But Athena, I wanted to see you throw down because at least me, a Starr, the week she went against Juicy, they tied. Mia said, what you not going to do? What you not going to do is beat me. And that was for the win. And RuPaul said it's a tie. Athena, I ain't seen your lip sync battle. I see you lip sync, but not a battle against Juicy. It's like, you know what? This is my daughter's time. Maybe she's thinking she'll be at RuPaul All-Stars. I don't know. Okay. Maybe she'll be at All-Stars. Okay. She knew that she could handle a loss better emotionally than Juicy. Maybe. Because we did learn more personal stuff about Juicy and Juicy's battle in life. Y'all, please go watch the show. Juicy does tell us how far she has come, all that she's overcome. And I could understand that to go to Africa. Why Athena is like, this is your time. This is your time. I'm just, a casualty of this. But they both hugged. They said, I love you. It was no hard feelings. But Juicy at the beginning of the battle said, only one of us gonna make it out of here. I was like, oh, Athena, you holding back for your girl. You holding back for your daughter. And yet she's here telling us only one of us gonna survive. She coming for blood. She coming for blood, Athena. I'm sorry to tell you, your daughter came for blood. Okay? Came for blood. Juicy appears still very, very fragile. What is going to happen if when Juicy loses? 1 weekend is sent home. It was a sad battle. I teared up. It was sad. I didn't tear up, but it was sad. But for me, that's it. I always had it in the back of my mind. What happens? Or maybe I said it in my intro, Hail to the Queens. When we introduced the Queens, I was wondering what happens if they have to go head to head. What's going to happen? Are you not going to perform because you're going to let the other one win and move on? That's not what I want to see. I want to see a battle. I want to see dragged. I want to see Athena pull those weak things out and kind of do a sword play. I wanted to see a battle, not a surrender. And I'm sorry. I think Athena, in this case, surrendered to Juicy. I'm sorry. Juicy did, slip up at the end, and Athena continued to lip sync, while she's hugging her and consoling her. But again, in all of this, you think Athena will be brought back next week? I'm hoping. And I'm hoping she don't let up. And all this is not going to help Juicy if you just hand it to her. It's not going to help her. It's not going to help you. Don't just hand it over. Battle. Thank you so much. I said what I said for coming through to support. Thank you. Y'all, if you're looking for politics and a channel that will get you in stitches while you're talking about politics, please go visit I Said What I Said, okay? She keeps at least me informed and in line. Well, not so much in line because, I'll be cracking jokes. But thank you for coming by. But yes, Athena, I wanted a battle. I really wanted a battle. Please hit that like, folks. Just one good time. Hit the like button. I wanted a battle between Athena and Juicy because y'all know, as mothers, there's a lot of things that young people still have to learn. And I wanted Athena to teach Juicy a lesson. Even if she didn't win. Even if Athena didn't win and didn't pull through, I wanted her to teach. The young drag queen a little bit of a lesson. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Is that too hard to ask? Is that too much to ask? Okay? Is that too much to ask about that lesson? But y'all, I'll let you know that Athena was sent home. Athena was sent home and Juicy lives to fight another day. Sometimes they do bring back folks, Sam, and they let them battle it out to see who one will return. Sometimes they battle it for which one will return. Sometimes they just bring it back. And if you don't fall to the bottom, you're back in the game. But we did see in the previews that some queens may be returning. And they're like, oh my God, don't bring them back. Some queens do sometimes return. But yes, Athena was sent home. And that is commemorated by this new Athena is up there. Up there. Next to Briar Blush, Athena gets the checkered flag. All the queens with a checkered flag have been sent home this season so far. Okay. So yes, Athena was sent home by Juicy. And that's Mother was sent home by Daughter. I just think Mother gave up. Okay. But y'all, that is about it. When they do the Rusical, it's very little that you have to kind of go over and go through. It's very little to really, get into it. But yes, I can't believe Kenya's still there. I can't believe it. Okay. They brought back Shangri-La many times. They did. They did to go to Africa. But we love Shangri-La. I mean, come on. We love Shangri-La. You could bring Shangri-La back this season too. I don't know with everything we heard in the background that was alleged. I don't know. But yes, they did bring there was one year where queens were coming back and back and back some more. But that is about it for me. This is we're in a half hour mark. This is a half hour. Okay? This is a half hour. I didn't believe it. We were going to cover Drag Race in a half hour. Thought Kenya did such a great job this week. She could have been safe, but she was teetering in the bottom because remember they sent she was teetering and it was splitting hairs because Darlene and Nini Coco were safe. Kenya was in the tops and bottoms for this week, and she was still on the stage when they said Myki, Meeks and Jane Don't were the winners and the top two. So when it was Juicy, Love Dion, Athena, there was still Kenya Pleaser on the stage, and Discord Adams was on the stage. So love Kenya, but she is not on their level. She is not. I love Kenya, but she is not on the level. What to go to Africa? There's some alleged stuff from a few years ago with Shangri-La. There's some allegations. You ever wonder why her podcast DJing just went away? Please go look at the news and see what's there. So yes, it was great. It has been a great live. It is a short live because again, this week was the Rusical. So I gave you the question contest. I gave you the Rusical information. And as I said, Athena was sent home by her daughter, Juicy Love Dion. And I hesitate to say Juicy is this year's lip sync assassin because I haven't seen someone really give Juicy a run for her money, and Athena really didn't tap in. Okay. She just, said, hey, daughter, go on further, do what you need to do. But y'all, I thank y'all so much for being here. Please hit that like button one good time. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that notification bell is on. Tomorrow I'm covering Married at First Sight Australia. And we had another wild dinner party. And we have 3 new couples. We got to cover their weddings. Maybe I'll wear the veil. I don't know. I'll check with my co-host. Then we also have Love is Blind, Ohio. Episodes 10 and 11. A lot to unpack in those 2 episodes. That will be at 5 p.m. EST tomorrow, Sunday, March 1st. But thank you all for being here. And as I always say, I'll see you on the next one.